Hello, I'm Kevin Berger. One of the most beloved landmarks in the Twin Cities is celebrating a big birthday. Later this year, the Marjorie McNeely Conservatory at St. Paul's Como Park Zoo and Conservatory is turning 100 years old and is looking ahead to its next century as an iconic Twin Cities destination. Here to tell us more about their big event is Margaret Choom, a horticulturist at the Marjorie McNeely Conservatory. Welcome to Newsmakers, Margaret.
Thank you.
So how did you happen to learn about some of the history of this icon?
Well, after working in the conservatory every day and looking around, I dug a little bit deeper and found out we had an archives, and was very lucky to be able to spend some time going through the archives and find out some of our history.
So the history of this beautiful glass building, where did it come from? How did it happen to be built in St. Paul?
Well, in the early folks way before us, 1873, the land was purchased for Como Park. And by 1914 to 1915, a conservatory kit was ordered, came in on the train and delivered to St. Paul. And it was constructed on site. So it was fabulous. There were people that had a vision to have a big jewel for the city of St. Paul, and it became possible to have it happen.
Now, I think that there's a lot of civic pride in that space. The zoo, all of the things that surround Como Park and the conservatory. It's a favorite place to visit. It carries the name of Marjorie McNeely. Who is she and what's her relationship to the conservatory?
Well, Marjorie was very active in the Twin Cities, former president of the St. Paul Garden Club, and her family, after she passed away, decided to honor her name by approaching the city of St. Paul and the conservatory and giving us a nice endowment to carry on and have her honored as the name for the conservatory.
When people visit the conservatory, maybe there are some people watching who haven't been there. Explain what you'll see and what people have been seeing now for decades.
Well, we're 100 years old this year, as you were saying, and we have a lot of the things that were there 100 years ago. We have a palm dome. We have a palm dome
with palm trees?
With big palm trees, 69 feet of height in
Wow.
that room. We have a north garden that's economic plants, so things like chocolate and vanilla and plants such as that are growing that you would recognize, pineapples. Mm-hmm. We also have a sunken garden, which is the flower show, and that room was sunken down low so you could walk into it in 1927. So these are all things that have been part of our history for almost the last 100 years. And now we've added a new big fern room and a lot more than that. Japanese garden is there, so we have quite a few things going on.
I think, I know I've visited in the winter, and when it's so cold and harsh outdoors, to be in this lush environments, it's very satisfying. Has it been a complicated job in this climate to keep these plants alive and blooming these many years?
It has. The conservatory is looking fine today, but it has had hard times. So a 100-year-old building, it has been refurbished. So the late 80s, early 90s, all the electrical, all the heating. Mm-hmm. You know, this is a harsh environment, and with us watering in there constantly, mm-hmm. you know, we've got all that going on. So it is a building that takes a lot of power and a lot of electricity to keep going. But the plant material, you know, we keep it at 75 degrees mm-hmm. in the winter for all these Minnesotans to come and visit.
Well, thank you for the hard work that you and your colleagues do there. It's certainly a delightful place to visit, and we'll look forward to the next 100 years. If you'd like to learn more about the Marjorie McNeely Conservatory at Como Park, you can visit them online at comozooconservatory.org, and you'll find everything there from listings to special events to daily visiting hours for the public and some of the things that are going on in this big 100th year. That's it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Berger. Thanks for watching.